All right, so let's go ahead and close our eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Sometimes the hardest part about meditation is actually just getting into the meditation. It's like just it's like the like, oh, I don't know if I can close my eyes. I have a lot to think about, I have a lot to do. So let's see water, and it's like a little cold, the ocean, but not too bad, but just a little bit. And once you get in, it's going to be amazing. Sometimes starting our meditation can be a bit like that. So get over that hump, just close your eyes and move your awareness from your external world to the world of form and matter and objects, where the only things that matter are made of matter. And shift your awareness and energy, your attention into the subjective, let's call it, world, your interior, internal world, the one that you experience. And this world, this universe, is just as valid, it's just as important, and it's just as real as the external world. Don't let anyone convince you it's not valid or important. So in meditation, we honor this world. We honor ourselves by closing our eyes and sitting still. Have you been doing this enough? Do you see the value? Can you feel the quality of energy, the importance of going inwards? Here we go. A few deep breaths. Relax your shoulders and have a little amusement. Loosen up. If you've been too much of a tight ass recently, everything sucks. Where's my miracle? I've done 3 miracle manifestation meditations. Didn't get anything. Oh, I love it. uh, it's just the complaining mind. There's a whole series on that. Why don't we all just, as a group, just go, even if nobody can hear you right now. What if you went on a date with somebody and they could hear that coming from you? It would run for the hills, and so would you. This is meditation, David. Here we go. Ease up any tension in your body. And if you stay too serious, I'm gonna have to do the entire meditation in my grandpa voice. So that should you're like, no. Yeah. Maybe ease any tension in your belly, in your hands, under your knees, the bottom of your feet. What you're doing in meditation here is you're mastering yourself. You're here to master who you are. Nobody can do that better than you, or for you. Nobody. Not me, not the Buddha, not anybody. So take a moment. I want you to just validate that. You're doing incredible inner work. You're here to master yourself. So in the beginning of meditation, we want to make a commitment to that. Often we can ask ourselves the question, am I making a decision out of fear or love? And here we can ask ourselves the question, am I going to succumb to fear or doubt or invalidation? Or am I willing to pass through it, pass through these gates to my growth and to my mastery? That's really the opportunity we have in meditation. So if you're afraid of love, or you're afraid of making a decision, or you're afraid of finding your own answers or your own power, then this is the opportunity. That's the miracle, that you can consciously shift out of that and transform yourself. All the other miracles are just a reflection of that. When you really shift this energy and the external miracles start raining down, people will say, "You're just lucky. Why are you so lucky?" And you'll know it's not luck. It was preparation. It was really shifting your energy. I want you to take a moment and just notice if there's anywhere in you tonight, today, where you're ready to shift some of that energy. Not where you think it should be, where it might be cool or sexy or what somebody else you know did. I want you to raise your internal honesty gauge to 100%. If you were to see a gauge of how honest you can be internally with yourself, raise it up to 100%. And as you do that, ask yourself the question, what is the energy here that I need to look at that's ready to shift for me to step into a vibration where I can receive miracles, where I can become a miracle, where your whole life, your whole being becomes a miracle. It's not that it's not already, it's a recognition. So, where is the fear or the stuckness, the invalidation? See if you could be honest with it. When you start to be honest with it, you might get a little bit of that. Oh, this energy again, or oh no, I don't want to look at that, or I'm confused. I don't even know what I'm looking at, David. I just feel uncertainty. Then there it is. It's uncertainty. I'm afraid to be here in this meditation. Oh, there it is. It's fear. I'm not as good of a meditator as the other people in this class. There you go. It's comparison energy, self-doubt, invalidation. So whatever thoughts start arising that you can't control, that seem to swirl, I want you to notice the energy behind them. They may belong to somebody else, to a conglomerate of other people. It may come from you, doesn't matter. I just want you to notice it. Notice the energy. I want you to notice maybe where some of this energy has been sitting on or around your heart center. Sometimes an energy like sits on something almost like a paint stain or a food stain on clothes. Like you can see the marks on your heart center. Other times it orbits us like a like like a comet or asteroid or something. Like it comes around again and again. It may just be you. If I asked you to describe it, you might just be it's an icky gooey icky. That's fine. That's all you need to know. It's a fuzzy. It's an empty. It's a judgment. It's an anger. You might just, oh, there it is. I want you to notice it the way you notice it, not the way I say you should notice it. When you do start to notice it, maybe there's a moment where you realize it's time to start releasing some of it. You can go ahead and in front of you create an image, maybe of like a balloon, and let the balloon absorb the energy, kind of like it kind of pulls it off of your heart, pulls it out of your space. Whatever's ready to go. If you've been holding on to it for too long or just the right amount of time, perhaps that energy starts to just go out and get absorbed by that balloon. And there may be layers of energy. So maybe there's like a layer of anxiety or stress or fear that comes out. And then there's another layer. And then there's it's kind of like you may hit the real deep layer. Oh, that's at the core. This is what it is. You may find yourself in that place. And sometimes when we start to uncover a deep layer, one of the things that happens is we feel confusion. Oh, what do I do with this? How is it here? How can this possibly ever be released? This is what I've lived with my whole life. This is who I am. I want you to notice that even that, those thoughts are energy. That's just the next layer of energy ready to come out. That might be somebody else's belief or some deep old belief. Even that can go out into the balloon. The kind of energetic tricks get more subtle the closer you get to a truth. If you have the thought, it can't be this simple. I need a therapist. I'm not ready. Whatever it is, that's just another layer of energy. Oh, there's doubt. There's confusion. There's invalidation. It's just another layer of energy. Don't let anything trick you. When you really truly learn how to read and see energy, which is what we're doing here, become aware of energy, it becomes very hard for anything to trick you, no matter how subtle it becomes. And maybe it tricks you for a moment, and then you realize it. Let that balloon, as it kind of fills with energy, maybe it gets bigger and bigger. What's that sound we were doing in the beginning? Rat, 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 rat. Maybe as the balloon fills with energy, you hear it going out of you. Rat, 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 rat. If you get too lost in a story, or you go unconscious and fall asleep, or you're not sure if you're doing it right, it's just energy. Just give it a little rat, 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 rat. Come back. You're here to master your inner world. When that balloon gets nice and full, I want you to send it off, send it out, way up. When like a balloon goes up into the sky, just let it go up there and then let it pop. Fireworks. And here, there, after we've released some layers, just my intuitive sense is there may be just one more layer. It's almost like a little soreness on the heart. Like, oh, this one's been here for a long time. The real core, like I was talking about. This one we're going to release in a little softer ways. Just make a nice, beautiful flower, maybe a rose of some kind. I want you to put it in front of your heart center, almost like a vacuum, or however you want to see it or do it. Just let it absorb. Just one more layer, one more coat of paint that's splashed on there. Sometimes when you release energy, it's okay to, you know, be a little visceral with your body reactions. Sometimes it's good to be still. Sometimes you can be like, yuck, ugh, ugh, huh, holy cow. Ooh. What's at the core for most of us around receiving miracles is this deep-seated belief that we're not quite good enough or deserving. And the two sides of the same coin. And deep in that is we're not really lovable. Who am I to receive a miracle or to be a miracle for someone else? Maybe we even feel guilty about receiving a miracle. Just more of the same energy. So let this rose, let this flower pull out that kind of last layer here, the real deep one. It may hurt physically, it may hurt pulling it out. Sometimes we have very visceral reactions or we fall asleep. Work through it. You got this. Maybe one day I'll do like a New Jersey meditation. I'll just curse us through the whole thing. Effing energy, freaking heart energy, stopping me all the time from having miracles. Everyone's fault. That's my upbringing. There we go. You may pull this thing out. It might be like, when you pull something from deep in the ocean out. It was heavy. It's just like, oh, there it is. Holy cow. The water pours off of it as you pull it up from underneath the waves. Like maybe when the dentist pulls your tooth out, it's like, oh, that thing was done. And just pull this puppy out. It may be the Titanic of all energies for you. Okay? It's still just energy. There's nothing you cannot say hello to and face and release. There's the personal energy that we experience in this lifetime. There may be energy from who knows, other kinds of incarnations. There may be genetic energy that from our family lines. There's collective pain from humanity. It may take many forms. It may come from many places. Doesn't matter. Pull it out. Even if you need to pull out the collective pain of all of humanity, pull it out. And just like that story with the angels I told earlier, maybe you got some hanging out with you. Maybe you have some departed relatives, loved ones, angels. They're your cheerleaders, and they're just watching and cheering you on to pull this out and let it go, so you can experience the real miracles of life. Oh, make sure you're still breathing. Let this rose pull out this one big one. It may be collective pain, it may be individual. You may know where it comes from, you may not. It does not matter. You may need to smile at yourself, have a little fun with it. And then before you know it, without even realizing, it's just like boop, just pops out. You go unconscious for a moment, it's like, whoa. You have a realization, wow, I can't believe I believed that for that long. It's almost funny. It's like shocking. Whoa, what a dream. What a trip. What the hell was that about? What's the point of that? Whoa. I want you to take that rose with that energy, let it absorb it all right out of the center of your chest, right out of your heart center. Anything that's been blocking you from receiving and or becoming a miracle. I want you to take that rose, send it up into the sky, and just de-energize it. Let it turn to dust. Let it turn to fireworks, whatever you want. And then what's cool is it almost like rains down realization. Like, wow, it's beautiful. I see the realization that comes from that energy and that experience. It's helping me remember who I really am, what I am, why I'm here. Take a nice deep breath. Sigh out. And before we finish, take a moment, let that heart center really just open. Allow yourself to recognize you're connected to all of life and that you can become a miracle, receive a miracle, be open to miracles. You don't need to be deserving. You're deserving by your birthright that you are part of existence. You're part of the fabric of reality, of the oneness of everything. Yes, your ego may never deserve something, but you as a being do, just by who you are, what you're made of, your true nature. Let that energy kind of ripple from your heart, just like ripples in water, concentrically in every direction around you, out into the ethers. Let it touch everyone in your life. Let it touch all of humanity. Let it touch all of nature, and let it touch the entire universe. Right from the center of your chest, right from your heart. Let it go out to all of existence, through all the dimensions, beyond space and time. Notice that you're much bigger, more connected than you thought you were. And the deepest level, to give or receive a miracle is actually the same thing. It's not about me and I and what I need to get. It's existence just opening up with you, showing you the magic, how special everything is, and how you're an essential part of that. Great work. When you're ready, take a nice big deep breath in, sigh out and stretch. Open your eyes. Great job, everybody.